I can turn into a fish. Chapter 52, Shady Store? Haicheng Morning Paper. Although newspapers weren't as popular anymore, there were still many people reading the free papers on the buses and subways to pass their boring transit time. In today's paper, a piece of news attracted many people's attention. Guwu Street, a goldfish store selling small goldfish for 2,000 RMB. Sky-high price? The title grabbed many people's attention, and the content made them angry. The sky-high price shrimp incident in Shangdao is infamous now. A 38 RMB shrimp dish transformed into 38 RMB per shrimp, and as soon as the news spread, the discussion was intense. Even though the shop owner was fined 90,000 RMB, the reputation of the city didn't recover. Comedians made all kind of jokes of Shangdao and of seafood in general. Without exaggeration, in just one night, the sky-high incident embarrassed Shangdao and damaged the hospitable reputation that the city developed after hundreds of millions RMB of spending. Every city should learn from this infamous event, and tourist cities like our simple and honest Haicheng should take special notice, but here in our own backyard, something similar is happening. Guwu Street is a developed tourist attraction dedicated to appreciating the past, and walking down the street is like walking back in time to an ancient city. Here, an ornamental fish shop at 108 Guwu Street sells only goldfish, but when I walked into the store, I was stunned to discover that the goldfish sold for 2,000 RMB each. 2,000 RMB, a month's salary for a janitor, 2 months' allowance for a student, but a goldfish is actually sold for this price. Yes, the goldfish are quite beautiful, but their beauty doesn't mean they should sell at more than 10 times or 100 times their value. The goldfish on Doubao are all very pretty, but how much are they? Only a couple RMB or a little more. To conclude, I want to strongly criticize this black-hearted shopkeeping, making money without a conscience, ruining the reputation of Haicheng. I'm going to report this store to the Industry and Commerce Bureau to punish this shopkeeper, and I hope that the readers will report this kind of event to build and develop our beautiful, welcoming, and wonderful city of Haicheng. To the shopkeepers in our city, please take this as a warning. Don't break the law for temporary benefits, and do business with a conscience. The news was published simultaneously on the Haicheng City Public Weibo and the Haicheng WeChat. In just a morning's time, the views already reached more than 10,000, and some famous bloggers even reposted it on their Weibo. Stupid. This shopkeeper is so black-hearted. 2,000 for a goldfish? Are these goldfish fairy spirits or made of gold? These shopkeepers really have no conscience. They'll definitely die a terrible death sooner or later. Sky-high goldfish price? So strong. I'll have to go check it out later today to see if it's as impressive as the author makes it sound. Damn. If I go in, will they force me to buy? I'm a pretty boy, so I just don't know whether the shop owner is a man or a woman. Fuck, this black-hearted shop owner deserves to have his store damaged. On Weibo there were many angry comments, but there were also more reasonable questions like, buying goldfish isn't like being tricked to order shrimp. At this price, can't you just choose not to buy? Can goldfish even be sold at such a price? Customers aren't idiots, will they spend 2,000 RMB on a goldfish? This goldfish has to be rare and precious, right? Of course, these comments were covered by the flood of angry words, and a lot of people were even preparing to go to the store. Some of his customers saw the news and thought they had been tricked and were going to the store for an explanation. Chu Xian didn't know about any of this, and he spent his time looking up all kinds of information. Because of the rain, there weren't many people on the street. When it was almost nighttime, the rain finally stopped. Chu Xian rubbed his eyes and frowned in thought. His mind was fuzzy, and he put his phone away and walked over to the MOK fish. This one, is it this one? A loud voice suddenly filled the store. The noisy sounds from outside disturbed Chu Xian's thoughts, and he looked up in confusion as a small group of people burst into the store. One of the young men was holding a fish tank. Shop owner. The young man yelled. Chu Xian looked at them with some confusion and asked, "What's the problem?" "The problem? Why don't you tell me?" The young man plunked the fish tank onto the table. "You're the lying, black-hearted shopkeeper, right? My grandmother bought these 5 goldfish from you a couple days ago, right?" Chu Xian examined the goldfish in confusion and didn't see any problems. He turned to one of the elderly women in the back and recognized the face. "Yes, your grandmother came in a few days ago saying she wanted a gift for her little granddaughter. As long as you admit it," the young man said. "Did you sell these fish for 2,000 each?" Chu Xian replied. "You're a cheat. 2,000 each? You lied to my grandmother who didn't know any better. Now that your tourist trap has been exposed, I'm warning you. You better refund me or this thing won't end well." The young man threw a newspaper into Chu Xian's face. Chu Xian frowned, flipped over the paper and read it. His expression twisted, and he clenched his fists. Hee, kid, your store is infamous now. All of Haiqing City knows about it. Congratulations, the young man said with a mocking expression. You make dirty money without a conscience. People like you will really die a terrible death. Chu Xian cocked an eyebrow at him, saying, "What, do you want to make trouble?" Hee. Why would we make trouble with a closing store? The young man said contemptuously. We brought the fish back. If you refund us, we can forget about this. If you don't blame us for making trouble. Chu Xian looked at them, then looked at the goldfish and laughed. Okay, 10,000. I'll return it to you.